on the fly bridge right now. We've got a boat deck. We carry aboard 4 16-foot skiffs. We've got a 24-foot enclosed fisher one that's got heated, and we can fish in the ocean with that. We've got 4 sea kayaks aboard. We've got a huge salon, all big leather couch in there, and a dinette that seats 12 people all together. That we've got every cabin's got its own heating and air conditioning controls. Again, with a private bath. We've got we turn a 6.5-foot diameter propeller at 200 RPM. We've got a huge old cat engine in there that moves us along the speed we need to go.
Alaska's beautiful Glacier Bay area is easily accessible from anywhere in North America.
One great advantage we've got in our location here is that you can get here in a single day from any point in the country. If you're in Seattle by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you can get on Alaska 71 and we pick you up right at the jet. You're in here at 6 o'clock. There's no air charter, no overnight drill. We just pick you off the jet and we're rolling. We then spend the next 5 days and 5 nights in some of the best, the last of the best we call it. When we have a very varied program, we spend the first 3 days fishing, and we kind of break that up with salt and fresh water. So we can do exactly what you want to do. We've got streams full of salmon, we got pinks, chums, char, sockeye, coho. We can do that in the rivers. We like to see you fly fish. We can get all the fish we want. We do a good bit of catch and release. Then we can focus back in the ocean. We carry a 24-foot sport fisher aboard, heated if we need to. My son has another vessel we operate, so we can have a couple of ocean fishing vessels. We got killer halibut. We get halibut get up to 300 or 400 pounds. It's rare we don't get them in a 100-pound class on any given trip. And then we can troll for salmon. We got wonderful whale. We got some of the highest concentration of humpback whale. We got orcas or killer whales, all kind of sea mammals, sea lion, sea otter. And then that's kind of the first 3 days, and then that kind of gets the fish event handled. And then we go up through Glacier Bay, and that's there's 3 places in the world that have got tidewater glaciers, and this is one of them. Southeast Alaska, Glacier Bay's got about 1/3 of the world total tidewater glaciers. You can go to Greenland or you can go to Antarctica and see them, but we got them here as well. We go up and watch some ice falls. We got 4 sea kayaks aboard. We put the kayaks in the water, paddle around the icebergs a little bit, walk on the glaciers. So if you're not keen on fishing, we got a ton of stuff to do. Someone who doesn't care about fishing at all, we can watch sea mammals. We usually see a few bear. We can blitz around these kayaks a little bit, go up to the glaciers. If you like fishing, we can tailor it any way you want to do. We got 5 days to do whatever you want to do. All the luxury with this vessel we got has 4 full queen suites. Everybody has a private bath, all finished in marble and granite and cherry and leather, and it's pretty stellar accommodation. We go to where the big glaciers are. We see huge ice falls, good stuff. Big pillars crashing into the sea. Then we walk up along the glacier. That's something to do, to look right on the glacier itself and look back and kind of get a perspective of. It gives you a sense of how the Earth was formed and what this North America looked like 20,000 years ago. It is something not many folks get to see, and there's all sorts of wildlife in here. There's whales and seal and sea lion, and there's brown bear and black bear, and we see moose occasionally, and there's wolf. And so as you cruise the beach up here, you have a good chance. There's mountain goat, get your binoculars out, and you have to see little stuff as you cruise along. The best time to come here from mid-July through August. There's about a 6 or 7 week window that we've got the salmon in freshwater.
Just a good assortment of bright colored flies and or lures, reds, oranges, such as that, and camera and film is great. We see a lot of wildlife. The scenery is just spectacular. Floating fly line is great, but you do want a sinking tip. 7 to 9 foot leader, probably 8 to 12 pound test is great. The bright colored flies are excellent. Purple, hot pink, red, orange. Again, weighted is real helpful. You got to get right down to them. For early to mid-July, mainly what you'll be catching is Dolly Varden, cutthroat, rainbow, pink salmon. And for that, a 6 to 8 weight rod, even a 4 weight rod is great. Gives you real good action. If you're coming in mid to late August, the coho salmon will be running. Those are a little bit heavier, 18 to 20 pound fish. Super fighters, you're going to want a 9 or 10 weight rod. We have 4 species of salmon that run: pink, chum, sockeye, and silver that run in our rivers. And we also have Dolly Varden, cutthroat, and rainbow. So fish a cast is wonderful. You never know what you're going to bring in. It's awesome. Another option, the saltwater fishing, is we have a 22-foot sport fisher that we leave from the Grandeur to go out on, and all the saltwater gear is provided, but we do halibut fishing, which is bottom fishing. A lot of fun. As far as the halibut fishing goes, we fish with circle hooks, so it goes against everything you've ever known with fishing as far as setting the hook. You have got to let that fish take the bait. As he starts running with it, then you just slowly tighten the drag and the hook levers in, and it's perfect. They won't swallow it that way, and the hook will be just right in the lip, and it's a good hookup. You usually try and fish with about 8 or 10 ounce weights. You drop that down to the bottom, and then you've got a 18 to 24 inch leader coming off of that to your circle hook with either a herring or cod fillet or live bait, whatever's working best that day. And then we're fishing 130 pound tough line with 80 pound mono leader, so gives you a real good fight. The fish are anywhere from 20 to 400 pounds, so you get hook into a 300-400 pounder, it's a 2.5 hour wonderful fight. But even the smaller ones give you a great fight. It's a lot of fun.
In addition to the exciting river and halibut fishing, trolling is another productive technique for catching salmon.
There again, we fish off the 22-foot sport fisher. Drop down anywhere from 15 to 50 feet. The fish will snap the line off the downrigger and off you go. We catch pink salmon, chum, sockeye, and coho. So good fighters. Get them up to the boat. It's a lot of fun.
After a long day of fishing, it's always a delight to return to Mary Ann's delicious cooking.
Great stuff here at Southeast Alaska. We have salmon, crab, shrimp, halibut, which is really great. You can fix that about 1,000,000 different ways.
Due to the limited availability, it's important to confirm your summer expedition well in advance.
Again, we don't do many trips, but you know, if a year ahead works good, then you get, if your schedule doesn't allow you to be here when the openings we got, that gives you a little more lead time. That 6-7 week window is all, no one date's better than another. It's all going to be good fishing and good sightseeing. We normally start our trips on Mondays. So you can leave home on a Monday morning, you're with us Monday evening, Saturday evening, we get back into Gustavus, get the jet out, and so you're home back on Sunday.
Today's Alaska remains largely isolated and undeveloped. No other place in North America offers such untapped beauty. Alaska truly is the last frontier.
Alaska is the last frontier. There's no more Alaskas. I get a little emotional when I talk about this one. It's we're losing. This whole planet is changing pretty quickly, and you know, those places we cherish, we need to do something with and set them aside for the next generation. You have the feeling you're the first boat in here. You don't see anybody else. You must feel like Vancouver did when he came in here, or those who followed them. Great feeling of exploration and seeing new countries for the first time.
An experience of a lifetime that you'll never forget. Join Jimmy and his family to fish and explore Alaska's pristine Glacier Bay. For Alaska truly is the last frontier.
part of what I loved was we had a little bit of everything. We had some great fishing, we saw some whales, we had some sea lions, we saw harbor seals. They're really glaciers. Matter of fact, we actually got to walk and kayak into some glaciers. Nothing could have been better.
The cruise was wonderful, great to be with the new friends, great to be with old friends and family. Fantastic scenery, amazing to see humpback whales, to kayak in a glacier, to see the excitement of my daughter and watch how she's enjoyed the scenery.
You really feel like you're in God's country when you're in Alaska. It is an awing, bring you to your knees experience. It's an untapped beauty that I hope is never spoiled.
I would recommend this trip to all my family and friends. It was absolutely fantastic.
We could pick any day and be extremely happy with the things that we did and the things that we saw. Every day was an experience to the last.
The fun of hunting and fishing all over the world, and one of the reasons I picked this trip with Jimmy was because we knew he had had a record of doing wonderful hunts. He had a brand new boat that couldn't be better, and he could handle family situations with great comfort. I would tell anybody that wanted to come, try it. Jimmy's got the best.